And that's like an hour and a half of fun. Yeah, fun. Hello and welcome to another video. So this video I'm going to go over what a 1 rep max is, why it's useful to know, who should know their 1 rep max, how do you find your 1 rep max, and then I'm going to be doing my 1 rep maxes. That's the main reason that I'm going over 1 rep maxes today, because I'm going to be videoing me hitting my 1 rep max. Now the program that I've been following has been a 5x5 program, and I've had it split where I'm doing squats and bench on Mondays, and then I do deadlift and overhead press on Fridays, and assistance exercises for both those days. And then the other days I do conditioning work, and that's like an hour and a half of fun. Yeah, fun. Anyways, this week is the last week for that program, and then I'm moving to a more strength-based program. I really want to focus more on strength because I have certain goals that I stated in another video that I'm shooting for, and so I have to focus more on strength. One of the negatives of having a garage gym is sometimes there's bugs. But anyways, so let's get into it. So a 1 rep max is the maximum amount of weight that you can lift and not lift anymore. So if you can bench press 200 pounds and it's an extreme struggle and you know that you cannot do more than one of those, you push it up once and you know you can't do a second one, and you're not going to be able to even try with or without a spotter, safety bars. If you're not using a spotter, definitely safety bars. Then that's your 1 rep max. It's 200 pounds. So that's really simple. It's just how much you can lift in a given lift. Why is it useful to know? If you're just a person who's exercising just to exercise, there's still a lot of good reasons to know your 1 rep max. The biggest reason of all is that most strength-based programs are based on your 1 rep max. The 5x5 program that I'm doing right now, you start with 50% of your 1 rep max. Anyhow, the thing that I find best or most motivating about knowing your 1 rep max is that, for me, knowing my 1 rep max gives me a target to shoot for. It shows that I'm improving in strength. If I can do, if I test my 1 rep max today, let's say on squat, and I find that my 1 rep max for squat is 200 pounds. That's awesome. Now, if at the end of this next training cycle, I get to a point where I can do 200 pounds for reps, I know that my strength has improved. Now, that doesn't show that I've had an improvement in muscle mass. That's done by measurements, but there's no way for me to know that unless I've measured. However, there is a way for me to know that I've improved my strength just by showing that I can do multiple reps of what used to be my 1 rep max. And that's awesome for motivation, because then you know you're improving. I just kind of went over who should know it, but the people who should know it are anybody who's lifting weights. If you're just starting out, the improvements that you're going to have in the short term are going to be really quick, mostly coming from central nervous system, training your central nervous system on how to do the weights. And you should really focus more on your technique and making sure you're getting your technique correct and making sure that you're lifting without injury. That being said, if you're starting a starting strength program or a 5x5 program or Gymnless 531 or a bro split or any exercise program, knowing your 1 rep max sets goals and targets for you to achieve and gives you a good baseline of how much weight you should be lifting on a regular basis and how often you should increment up on that. So I'd say for everyone that's lifting weights, you should know your 1 rep max. And you don't need to know your true 1 rep max, but you should at least have an estimate. Today, I'm going to be testing my true 1 rep max on the squat and bench press. And I'm doing that, and then I'll go over an alternate method for testing your 1 rep max on Friday's video when I do deadlift and overhead press. So that brings us to the last point, which is how do you find out what your one rep max is? So there's a couple of different methods. There's 2 primary methods. One is what I'm going to do today. And what that is you start off, warm up with the bar first, throw a little bit of weight on there, less than half of your max, and do a couple of so warm up with the bar, maybe 10 to 15 reps, and then put a little bit of weight on, do 3 to 5 reps, a little bit more weight, 3 to 5 reps. And when you get to 50% of your previous 1 rep max, then you start increasing by 10% of that. So if your previous 1 rep max on a squat, let's say, was 200 pounds, when you get to 90 pounds, you increase it by 20% or 10%, so 20 pounds. And you just keep doing that until you get to your new 1 rep max. Now you're gonna want to kind of play around with those numbers just a little bit so you can get normal weight increments or plate increments on that. And when you're warming up, when you're doing the warm up, when you start increasing by 10% each time and adding weight onto the bar, when you get close to your previous 1 rep max, you don't want to then, you want to be close to that. So if you get to, say, 160 pounds and you do your 1 rep on 160 pounds, you could add 20 pounds and make it 180. But you're probably better off just going from there and jumping into, say, 205 or 210. Start with 205 maybe and see how that feels. And if it feels really good, it goes easy, then add another 10 pounds to it, 15 pounds to that, and see what you can do. But anyways, that's kind of how you want to do it. That's what I'm going to do, and let's get into that right now.
I don't get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it. I'm the only one that's really on it.
All right, that wasn't too bad. I'm actually gonna go for 220.
I'm just being honest, I'm just doing everything I promise, cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and
All right, that was 220, and that was not horrible. I definitely think I have more in the tank. I'm gonna go for 230.
I know I'm not the largest, but I promise you that I'ma be the one that worked the hardest, cause I promise you that I'm just getting started. And
I love it. That's the most I've ever squatted, so I'm digging that. All right, bench press is next. All right, so getting into the work sets, the warm-up sets. One thing I am doing with the bench press is I've got the safety bars in a little bit higher, so I don't think I'm gonna be coming all the way down for full range of motion. It's damn close though. To me, it doesn't matter. If this was a competition, it would definitely make a difference. But since I'm not planning on competing and this isn't a competition, I'm just doing this for my own edification, I would rather be safe than dead. So I'm not gonna try to push for my 1 rep max without safety bars in place.
I promise you that my skills are getting sharper, so I'ma get charted. Can't be guarded, nah, I'm the one to get retarded. Get the party started, yeah.
All right, so that was 150, which is 5 over my previous 1 rep max. This is, that went up easy, so I'm gonna keep going up.
Get the party started, yeah, so let me get up on it, yeah. Bitch, you got me.
All right, 170 went up real easy, so on to 190.
Fucked up, I don't know what's up. Pour that shit in my cup.
All right, so 190 went up pretty easy too, so I'm gonna do 205. 205 is far beyond anything I've ever benched before, so I moved the safety bars back up. The bar won't hit my chest. It'll touch those before it ever gets to me, but again, I'm doing this by myself, and impressing people on the internet isn't as important as living. So yeah, let's try for it. 205 is gonna go up for sure.
We about to turn up, crank this shit up so loud. Sounds like we're sold out, in front of a whole crowd. We lose control now, y'all take this shit too personally. Everybody got a different version of me. Everybody gotta be learning from me. Everybody wanna be working with me. And I feel like there's uncertainty and urgency to find out what you wanna be. But honestly, we change our minds constantly, so stop and breathe to find out who you wanna be.
All right, that's it, 205. That's my new 1 rep max for bench. That blows my mind, guys, but that's it. Hey, don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share my content with anybody that you think will be benefited by it. And comment comment down below if my form sucks, if it's good, you know, if you have any comments that of improvements I can make, let me know. Also, the program that I'm finishing this week, it's a 10-week program, something I kind of cobbled together from 5x5 and some additional stuff. Anyhow, I have a Excel doc that's linked in the description to that. If anyone wants to try it out, go ahead and take it. It has formulas in all of the right places, so you just plug numbers in and then roll with the program, and it increases you the way it should. All right, guys, have a good one. Take it easy. Bye.